Hey friends, Gary here. I'm an enthusiast photographer and I love Micro Four Thirds camera system. In this channel, I'm sharing my journey as an enthusiast photographer, my love and passion for photography and also for cameras and lenses. And one significant part of that journey is acquiring this little guy right here, the Panasonic Lumix GX850, or also known as the GF9. I bought this guy last year and I've been using this guy non-stop for 1.5 years, taking all sorts of different kinds of pictures, landscapes, street, travel, portrait. I've taken this guy on so many different trips and I throw all sorts of things at this guy. And now I wanna do my long-term review of the GX850 or GF9. Is the GX850 still relevant in 2025? Does it still perform well? Does it still take great pictures? Let's find out in today's video. So let's begin by talking about why I bought the GX850 on the first place. So last year I needed a secondary Micro Four Thirds camera that is small and lightweight, so that when I'm traveling I can just bring this camera and attach a different lens from my main camera so that I can have multiple focal lengths ready when I'm doing something like street photography or just travel photography in general, where I need to be really quick and I don't want to miss a moment by changing lenses. However, I ended up using the GX850 not only as a secondary Micro Four Thirds camera but also as my main camera, and that is because of one aspect of the GX850. It is a small and lightweight camera. Yes, the true advantage of the GX850 is being a small and lightweight camera. Being small and lightweight means I will carry it around more often when I go out, and carrying more often when I go out means I take more pictures with it. And just like in sport, where you are doing repetitions in order to improve your result, it's the same thing with photography. If you take more pictures, that means more practice, and more practice means better photographs. And in a way, GX850 helps me to take better photographs because I carry it around more often and take pictures more often with it. Now, what good is a camera that is compact and lightweight but doesn't take great pictures? So right now we're going to talk about image quality of the GX850 or the GF9. But let me remind you, we're talking about the image quality of a camera that was released in 2017. So that is 8 years ago, with a sensor, 16 megapixel Micro Four Thirds sensor from 2014, 11 years ago. Wow, mind blown. To better explain my points about the image quality of the GX850, allow me to share some photos captured using this beautiful little guy. But let me begin by saying that the improvements in terms of image quality of a modern Micro Four Thirds camera, or even any cameras in that matter that is just recently released, compared to this old beautiful little guy like the GX850, is not really that significant. Now we need to have the correct expectation here. Again, this is an old camera from 2017 and the mentality is about having something that is more than good enough, not about having the best of the best. And if we think about it that way, then the GX850 is already something that is more than good enough. I think this is a great reminder for us all, including me, because sometimes our instinct when we take a look at a picture is that we want to pixel peep, zoom in, try to look for imperfection on the picture, and we forget to see the big picture or the whole picture as it is. Anyway, it is suffice to say that the GX850 can produce great image quality. I think it is much better compared to even a flagship smartphone's camera. The details of the 16 megapixel Micro Four Thirds sensor is just good enough. I think colors are nice, it is contrasty, and also dynamic range is more than acceptable. Anyway, if you enjoy my work with this YouTube channel, please consider supporting me by joining my Patreon membership to get some exclusive benefits such as being able to download high-res pictures that I captured myself and also ask questions for future question and answer episodes on my YouTube channel with the link right here. It is patreon.com/Gary_W. See you there. However, having good image quality isn't enough for a camera. It also needs to perform well. It also needs to be encouraging to use and doesn't get in the way between you and your pictures. Have you ever had a camera that takes awesome pictures but it's just so annoying to use? When you turn it on, it took a long time until you can take pictures and it's just so slow and laggy and it just makes you mad. Well, fortunately, I can report that the GX850 is actually very pleasant to you. It doesn't get in the way between you and your pictures and it's almost like an extension to your very own hands. The GX850 has a very quick boot time. I mean, you can just turn on the camera and start taking pictures instantly. You don't have to wait. It's not laggy at all. That's one thing that I love about the GX850 in terms of its performance. Autofocus, well, yes, being an older Micro Four Thirds camera, they usually struggle with continuous autofocus. So I won't recommend using continuous autofocus with the GX850. However, single autofocus, which we use almost all the time on the GX850, is just so fast, accurate and reliable. It is lightning quick and you can reliably use this for still photography, no problem. Manual control. With the GX850, it's a little bit limited because we only have one control wheel on the rear of the camera. That's it. And some other functions that you need to access, you have to either use the touchscreen or go into the menu. But luckily, if you are shooting in aperture priority or shutter priority or even program mode most of the time and not full manual, I think you'll be okay with this camera. I think it still feels alright. You can change the settings that you need quickly. And even in full manual, I've done it a couple of times, you can just use the touchscreen to quickly switch between shutter speed and aperture. Build quality of the GX850, well, yes, it's not exactly an all-metal camera like my Leica M8.2, but still it's okay in my opinion. Not fantastic, but it gets the job done. And it is actually quite satisfying to hold this camera and use it in the field. Also related to using the GX850 in the field is handling. Handling isn't exactly great. You don't have that front grip, you don't have that thumb grip, so it's pretty bare bone. And with smaller lenses it's okay, and with larger lenses usually you are not going to feel that comfortable with this guy. However, once upon a time I used my largest lens in my collection, which is the Panasonic Lumix 100 to 300mm f4 to f5.6 ultra telephoto lens with this small tiny little cute guy, and I've been able to handle that lens pretty well with the GX850, but only for a short period of time. If we're talking about hours and hours hand holding that combo, it's gonna feel quite uncomfortable. However, one thing that I want to emphasize in this video is how fun it is to use the GX850 on the field. It's not just about the image quality or the performance or any other great benefits of the GX850. I think it's the combination of all of these things combined with how tactile it is to use the buttons, the feeling of the camera when you hold it in your hands. All of them together contribute into that fun feeling when you use the camera, when you are out and about. You know, it makes you want to take more pictures. It is very encouraging, it is very easy to use, and I think that's what makes the GX850 such a fun and joyful little camera. Now, in conclusion, is the GX850 still relevant in 2025? And the answer is a very big yes! I mean, sometimes we obsess too much about the absolute best image quality, the absolute best performance, the latest and the greatest. Well, nothing wrong about that. Don't get me wrong. I mean, photography is all about enjoyment. If you enjoy such things, then go ahead and do that. But sometimes all that we really need is just that camera that we already have sitting on the shelf waiting for us to take it outside and take pictures and have fun with. It doesn't have to be this GX850. It can be any camera that you already have, something that is fun, easy, enjoyable to use, and can provide you with good enough image quality. Well, look, I don't want to force you to buy a GX850 in this video. I don't want to go like, oh yeah, come on man, buy the GX850 or you're going to regret it. It's the best camera ever. No. I just want to share my love and joy of using this fun little camera. I had lots of fun this last 1.5 years taking pictures using the GX850. Maybe you have an old camera that still works perfectly fine but you haven't used in a while. Well, bring that camera on a little adventure, take some pictures with it, have fun, enjoy a little bit of photography time. As I said on my other videos, photography isn't just about getting the most perfect image. I mean, nowadays with AI, you can just generate the most beautiful, perfect, flawless photograph. I mean, that's boring, right? But photography is also about enjoying a little break from the routines, just going out, have fun with your cameras and lens, take some pictures and enjoy our wonderful little hobby. And that wraps up today's video. So that is all for my long-term review of the GX850, as well as a little encouragement for you to go out, take some pictures using an old camera that you haven't used in a while. Hopefully this has been interesting, entertaining, fun, and also informative as well. So now let's have a little bit of a discussion on the comment down below. What is your camera that you haven't used in a while that you wanna bring on your next adventure? Let me know on the comment down below. I'd love to read your comments. Also, if you have any question, comment down below as well. I will try my best to answer them. Also, don't forget to support my channel by liking this video, sharing this video, subscribing to my channel down below. And if you want to support my channel even further, consider using the affiliate links on the description below. Use the super thanks button to make a small donation to my channel. Purchase my travel photography ebook called Simplifying Travel Photography. I think you will like that one. And also subscribing to my second channel. It's about daily vlog. It's called Gary Daily. I will put the link on the description below as well. Thank you and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.